Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Lance. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Again, it's Lance. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a... for the Cardinals touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the 1st quarter. that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Takes it at the 7.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Now Murray.
McBride on the slant. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Touchdown, Cardinals! Hollywood Marquise Brown. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point up and through. And it's now 21-7. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd.
Jalen Thompson picks it,
and the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Murray, that's complete to McBride. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Hard throw, incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Murray sets to throw on fourth. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals! Marquise Brown with career touchdown number 70. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go in an entertaining first quarter of play. In motion left here, Marshall. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, and probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Lance now to throw.
And he will find his man Samuel. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the 49ers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Anderson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
96 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A quick throw here out to Brown. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Right don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute baller out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lance. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. Able to find Gray here. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. The Lance going to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
McCaffrey, a loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
to throw from his end zone. Murray. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up with safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Murray flips this forward on a jet sweep. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a turn and a give to Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cards continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point up and good. And a round is on here in this first half. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Lance and company going on 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Murray off play action. This ball caught by Mechie. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Ready, set.
A final shot before half for Lance. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They fake the handoff. Now Murray.
This will be complete to Mechie. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Saquon Barkley running right. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
Play fake. Murray. He's going deep for Brown. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Cardinals are pouring it on.
2-point after, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Lance now on first down.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Flush to his right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Watch out now. 50 here. 22 needle. Right.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
In motion comes the tight end left. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Third down, here's McCaffrey. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Let's go now.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Saquon Barkley. A 12-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals are an extra point away from going up by 40.
Extra point safely through. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And his guys will take over at their own 45. 4-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's a give to Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Hey, hold. Big ace.
Looking to throw on second down. Murray.
This is taken in by McBride.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals are on their way to a 2-0 start.
No problem there on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
From midfield, here's Lance.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Dancing to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going deep for Brown. Touchdown!
Marquise Brown.
37 yards.
And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Off the play fake. McAllister. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put?
He's got a man. Complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now a play fake. Lance.
This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total domination from start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Back to throw it, Murray.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
On play action, it's Murray.
Pass to the right,
and it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray going to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way. We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play, but sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one, weren't able to do so.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On the set. Hey, Lance.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
So it's a win here for the Arizona.